And hello, everybody. It is the Blind Coffee Man yet again. It is Saturday as I record this, which means that in a couple of hours, at about 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, it will be another Bro Show Day. But before we do that, I think it's time for a taste test. And what I have for you today is another selection from Boyer's Coffee. It's also dark roast like the pumpkin spice coffee was that we tried a couple weeks ago, or tried a week ago. It was a week ago. Today, I'm going to give you another holiday flavor coffee. This one is Eggnog. This comes from Boyer's. It is, it has cinnamon and cloves and nutmeg and some other things in it. And so we're going to try that. I ground it up earlier this week, and when you open the bag, the smell of it is actually that of eggnog. So it smells just like eggnog. And, for a while, the scent of eggnog actually clung to my hands. So this won't be as long a video as my pumpkin spice taste test that we had. I encourage you to check that out. You can check out all the videos we have here on the channel. And you can also check out some of my friends. Check out Doing Everything Blind. You can also check out Boyer's Coffee. Check that out. Check out our special awesome family, ASMR from a blindness perspective. Also check out A Match Made in Heaven. You can also check out Ronica Michelle, check out Hannah Hart Music, and let's see. You can check out also Fun Times with Daniel. Check that out. That's a good channel. Check out, is it Christie's Place? I'll get the name of the channel for you here in a minute. Check all of those out. And check out, if I haven't said it already, Nick and Brothers blogs. And I will be joining Nick for the Bro Show here today on Saturday, and every Saturday from 2 to 7 p.m. Eastern, 1 to 6 Central, on 98.6 The Mix and NDI Radio. If you want to listen, you can go to http://listen.986themix.com:8532/live2. You can also listen on NDI Radio, http://ndihosting.info:8000/radio.mp3. A cup is ready. Gotta handle this container with care because it broke recently. It smells like eggnog, it does. So this coffee does smell like eggnog. I'm just gonna scoop this out of here. Yeah. Let me scoop that out. It looks like it looks as though I overfilled it. So I'm going to actually, I'm gonna dump this. I'm gonna try again. So I'm gonna try to get this to the line, but not above the line. Not above it's not to the line, and so line. Okay, I think that'll work. Oh, I'll try to turn this and hope that it doesn't break. Put this container on top of the grinder and put the top on it. Let me grab the top for my reusable filter. You have to. We're using the reusable filter for this. You have to grind this up, and I remember when I first got the butterscotch coffee, Boyer's actually offered it in the K-pot, but they ran out and they never replenished it. We'll just throw this in here. I may take you back up to my office and enjoy a cup of coffee with you. Doesn't appear to be running here. Hold on. Let me take this out and put it back in. Check this for water. Oh, we're good on water. There we go. Eggnog coffee is on the way. Speaking of coffee, another channel that I have for you to check out. I beg you to check it out. It's called The Far Out World of Coffee Creation. It's our sister channel You get the same content you get here, but with a twist. And so, excuse me, check them out. And yeah, here's the chainsaw. Add Hannah Hart music to the list of channels as well. She still hasn't posted anything. I said last week I was going to check on her. I have not done that yet. I have the person in charge of that channel on Facebook, and occasionally she writes poems and puts them up there and things like that, so I haven't seen a poem from Hannah Hart music as of late. I'll check. I'll make a note to message her once this taste test has concluded. Say hello to her. Make sure she's still doing well. Make a note to check on all of my fellow creators, my fellow channel owners, if I have their numbers. Alright. This actually smells like eggnog. Like I told you earlier, it does. So, I'm going to first and foremost, before we get into mixing the coffee, I need to empty out this coffee filter. Okay, so let me put the cup holder back in. We have a basket. We have a miniature trash can here, and this is how I will empty the filter. I should show you how to clean it too. It doesn't take much, just rinse it off. But first we have to dump the grounds out of this main part. I'm gonna just tap this against the basket. It's so, the confines of it are so small that you can't really hit it against the side as you would a 30-gallon trash can, but there's some ground still at the bottom of it. See if I can make that come up to the surface and well, that's good enough. Oh, whoops. The top tried to get away. So we've got water running, as you can hear. Now we're going to clean this filter. We're going to rinse it, but you have to rinse it upside down. So I'm going to rinse this part that had the coffee in it. had the coffee grounds in it, that is. I'm going to rinse that upside down. It has little holes in there, so whatever I did not get out by tapping on the basket will come out. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to rinse out the top. The top has little holes in it, so I'm going to rinse this out. With the holes facing down. I'm going to put this right side up. And it can dry. And then we're going to rinse this other part, the cup holder part, where the actual container went. We'll set that aside now also to dry. Hold on one second. Hold on, let's set that. We'll set that aside to dry. And now, there you go. But that's done. Now we can get to the business at hand of mixing the coffee. I'm gonna try. Let me measure this. Oh crap. See if I can do this because it looks to be full. It looks to be really full. I might have to drink some of this down. Yep, I'm gonna have to. I overfilled the cup. I have to drink this down. That is not the actual taste test. This is me drinking this down so that I can mix it. However, I can tell you that it does taste good. It'll taste better once it's mixed, though. Let me try. Let's try to mix this now since I've drank some of this down. Put this. Easy does it. Careful. Careful. Okay. At my stir stick. Frother. There's a dog barking somewhere in the distance. Oh, doggy. Oh. Some of the coffee actually hit my hand. Let me make sure that we don't have, okay, there are no cold spots in the cup. So let's try to put the top on this. Good. Here we go. Put that up and put the frother / stir stick away. Put this back. Wait a minute. There. All right. And we are gonna, actually, I'm gonna try to put the recording device on my shoulders, and so that I can open the door and I can take you up and share this delicious cup of coffee with you. And okay, here we go. We're not here yet. We're going to step this way. There, open the door. Now I'm gonna put this down on the step. So I'm going to close the door. And now we'll take up the cup again. For this taste test, so we're doing this actually not in my kitchen, but in the actual studios of the Flying Coffee Man. I think for this one I will kick off my shoes. All right, and now we'll have the actual taste test. This is Eggnog coffee. Well, you would notice an eggnog taste in it. Now that it's mixed and everything else. I was talking about this with the folks at Doing Everything Blind earlier this week, I think. Either earlier this week or last week. You might have to correct me if one of you who work at that channel, if you hear this. But I remember I was talking with Thomas of Doing Everything Blind, and I said, we had eggnog coffee, and he said, man, that sounds divine, that sounds heavenly. I hadn't ground it yet, but I remember telling him about it. So today you get to see the actual taste test of it. I said I was going to try to do this today, so we got it done today. This will probably be my first of 2 cups of coffee, because when you do a radio show like I do, especially a 5-hour one, and a little over that if it's in the iRadio. If it's in the iRadio, it's going to be a little over 5 hours, but you would want to have multiple cups of coffee. You kind of need a second cup of coffee. I know Thomas sometimes has 3 cups of coffee. I'm like, good grief, man. Even though it's not alcohol, it's like when it comes to coffee, like this man the blind coffee man under the table. So, yeah. Actually, there's one more channel I'm going to tell you about. Our buddy, this is a mutual friend of Thomas and I, Gabriel. Our buddy Gabriel has a YouTube channel. I will find the link and I will have that for you. He sent me the link and I will find it. And I myself need to subscribe to it. Now, I hear it's a good channel. His messages are filled with positivity and things like that, so I am going to find that. And I am going to get the name of it. And I am going to, I myself am going to subscribe to it. And I'll either do a YouTube post about it, or I'll just leave the name of it in the comments, and you can subscribe to it if you want. I'll just enjoy this whole cup of coffee with you, why not? Now, this coffee is still a little hot because as we remind you, these Keurig machines, they brew coffee in excess of temperatures of anywhere between 187 to 192 degrees. So, because of that, and because this coffee hasn't really cooled completely, I will not initiate what we would call a chug video. Doing everything blind. Thomas, if you subscribe to him, sometimes he'll do a chug video. I've actually said to him, try chugging some coffee. And if this weren't still hot, I would actually do that myself. Because this is good coffee. But it is hot, so I'm just going to take my time and enjoy it. And I'm going to hang out with you guys. Well, thought about, we're getting new equipment here. We're getting a new phone, a new iPhone. So, maybe the day will come where, I don't know if they have like the subscriber cap anymore here for YouTube, where you have to have X amount of subscribers before you can do a live video. But, a live taste test, I would love to do a live taste test one day. Have some of you who would want to participate and can do that. I've seen, people do these live videos, and they, some people do it the StreamYard way. Some people use YouTube Live. They use the live feature proper. I have a StreamYard. I haven't actually worked with StreamYard yet. I want to do that though one day. So that's to come once we get the new iPhone here and set up and get all my contacts ported over and everything else. And this cup of coffee is almost gone. That'll come. They have, Boyer's does, they have an espresso coffee. I know they have, most restaurants, I know like Dunkin', most donut shops have like the espresso makers where they have the little pitcher where you have to froth the milk and do all this. And so they have espresso coffee, Boyer's does. And that's something else I'd like to get my hands on, the espresso coffee. Grind that up and try a little bit of that. I mean, that would be nice. A lot of things I still want to try for the blind coffee man. And the coffee is gone. So as we sometimes say around here, there's no more coffee in me. So, yeah, that's what we say. There's no more coffee in it. So because there's no more coffee in it, I am going to end this with you now. We will be back next time. I still have the cinnamon brown sugar coffee that I will brew up for you one of these days. And we will talk about that. Until then, this is the Blind Coffee Man.